Thank you for joining us for this sermon podcast from United Church on the Green, located in New Haven, Connecticut. No matter who you are or where you are on life's journey, you are invited and welcome. If you enjoy this podcast and would like to learn more about our open and affirming ministry at United Church on the Green, please visit our website at unitednewhaven.org. Thank you.
Friends, we have two readings this morning, and the first is from the book of the prophet Isaiah chapter 60, verses 1 to 6. Isaiah chapter 60, verses 1 to 6. Friends, let's listen to the word of God. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. For darkness shall cover the earth, and thick darkness the peoples. But the Lord will arise upon you, and his glory will appear over you. Nations shall come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your dawn. Lift up your eyes and look around. They all gather together. They come to you. Your sons shall come from far away, and your daughters shall be carried on their nurses' arms. Then you shall see and be radiant. Your heart shall thrill and rejoice, because the abundance of the sea shall be brought to you. The wealth of the nations shall come to you. A multitude of camels shall cover you, the young camels of Midian and Ephah, and from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and frankincense, and they shall proclaim the praise of the Lord. And the second reading for this morning, we shall find in the book of Matthew chapter 2, verses 1 to 12. Matthew 2, 1 to 12. In the time of King Herod, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, wise men came from the east, came to Jerusalem, asking, "Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, and we have come to pay him homage." When King Herod heard this, he was frightened, and all Jerusalem with him. And calling together all the chief priests and scribes of the people, he inquired of them where the Messiah was to be born. They told him, "In Bethlehem of Judea, for so it has been written by the prophet. And you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah. For from you shall come a ruler who is to shepherd my people Israel." Then Herod secretly called for the wise men and learned from them the exact time when the star had appeared. Then he sent them to Bethlehem, saying, "Go and search diligently for the child, and when you have found him, bring me word, so that I may also go and worship him." When they had heard the king, they set out. And there ahead of them went the star that they had seen at its rising, until it stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw that the star had stopped, they were overwhelmed with joy. On entering the house, they saw the child with Mary his mother, and they knelt down and paid him homage. Then opening their treasure chests, they offered him gifts of gold, of frankincense, and of myrrh. And having been warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they left for their own country by another road.
Would you pray with me, please? O Lord, may the words of my mouth and the meditations of all our hearts be acceptable in your presence, for you are our rock and our Redeemer. Amen. They were rather unexpected visitors. Although we tell this part of the story, the part Benjamin just read for us, as part of our Christmas pageant, tradition holds that the Magi didn't actually arrive until 12 days later, the day we now observe as Epiphany. But whether it was right when the baby was born or a couple weeks later, the fact remains that they were unexpected. Not least, I imagine, by Mary, who found herself entertaining royalty in a stable, postpartum, yet another way in which she was a better woman than I. You might think, if a baby were born to be king of the Jews, that it would be people within his community who would flock to his manger side. But then we humans are not known for our ability to identify and choose that which is good for us, are we? In fact, the people who came to him were part of his community, but his community was broader than anyone had yet anticipated or understood. It was the Magi, not kings exactly, but scholars, philosophers, astrologers. It was the Magi who came, Gentiles, foreigners, strangers, who came seeking to pay homage to this infant king who, to all appearances, and according to the conventional wisdom, had nothing to do with them. Those unexpected guests arrived bringing unexpected gifts. Gold and frankincense and myrrh, none of those showed up on the list when I bought a gift for my friend's baby shower registry last week. You might think, if they were coming to visit a newborn child, that they would bring something practical or at least something fun, an alphabet book or a scroll, some clean diapers or swaddling clothes, a toy just the right size for tiny fingers to grasp, a casserole. But instead they brought extravagant things, beautiful things, symbolic things that said something about the kind of life this child would live, the kind of person this child would become. Gold for a king, though he would never hold earthly power. Frankincense for a priest, though the religious authorities would also reject him. Myrrh to anoint his body for burial, though death was not the thing anyone wanted to be thinking about while they cooed and made faces at that brand new baby. Those unexpected guests arrived bringing unexpected gifts, but then the one to whom they brought the gifts was rather unexpected too. The Magi seemingly anticipated a royal birth. They traveled first to Jerusalem, to Herod's palace, to inquire about the whereabouts of the child to be born king of the Jews. They seemingly thought they might find Jesus there, or at least that Herod would know of his arrival and be able to direct them to his cradle. But the one they sought was no earthly ruler, no manipulating mastermind, no player of politics. He was no despot ruling by fear and by force. He was no warlord commanding troops or drones to strike targets near and far, to eliminate adversaries, to wield power for the thrill of it or the attention it gained. He was none other than the Prince of Peace. The Prince of Peace, born in the utter vulnerability of an infant, to prove once and for all that the power of love is the greatest strength of all. The place where they found him, that was unexpected too, not the urban hub of Jerusalem or even Rome, not the silver spoon comfort of the palace, not somewhere important, not somewhere safe or familiar, but rather, you know the story, a barn, a stable on the road far from home, in a forgotten backwater in an occupied land. And the family who welcomed him, that was unexpected too. A young, unwed, poor mother of a religious and ethnic minority who got pregnant in an unconventional way. A father who, with a little encouragement from the angels, defied convention by believing a woman's story about what had happened to her body, and chose to marry Mary rather than dismiss her or worse. Unexpected guests, unexpected gifts, unexpected baby, unexpected place, unexpected family. As we remember this story in our Epiphany celebrations, we remember also the promise Isaiah offered to his war-wearied people 2,500 years ago, half a world away. We hear him again crying out, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon you." And we remember that the story of Jesus, whose birth narrative reminds us that God's glory rises upon us in unexpected ways. Gentiles, foreigners, strangers traveling across the desert to pay homage to the newborn King of the Jews. Gifts brought to a baby that were fit for a ruler, a priest, a martyr. That king being born about as far, both literally and figuratively, about as far as he could get from the silver spoon luxury and power-hungry politics of the palace. And the life that baby would grow up to live, too, which was full to the brim with unexpected, rule-breaking, table-turning, convention-upending surprises, culminating in the greatest unexpected twist of all, the victory of love over death. So I wonder, church, what unexpected surprises does God have in store for you, for us, in this new year and in this season of Epiphany, this season of manifestation, of revealing, of unveiling? I wonder, church, in what unexpected ways will God's glory arise upon you? How will we keep ourselves open to see, to hear, to notice, to receive those surprising gifts? For God is greater than our understanding, too big to be fully grasped, too broad to be pinned down, too unfathomable to be predicted. I wonder, church, in what unexpected places will God's light shine? How will we reflect that light? For God is brighter than any cloud can obscure. God shines through the night, through the mist, through curtains and coverings and light-blocking window shades to illuminate every corner of this earth and every corner of our lives. I wonder, church, in what unexpected form will God be revealed to you and in you and through you? And what world-changing, life-transforming, salvation-bringing good news will we bear in turn to those around us so that all eyes might see and be radiant, so that all hearts might thrill and rejoice? Make no mistake, this weary world, beset by might makes right logic, by violence as a tool of first resort, by systemic racism, by cruelty, by fear, by poverty, this world needs the gospel word you proclaim, an expansive gospel of peace, of justice, of welcome, of mercy, of joy. Make no mistake, this community, surrounded by the long shadows of our contemporary social, political, national context, challenged by the very real difficulty of being human in relationship with other humans, and facing an unknown future. This community needs the radiance you bear, the radiance of hope and trust and devotion, come what may. Make no mistake, this gathering of souls bruised by grief and depression, loss and worry, illness and addiction, we need the warmth you carry. A warmth kept burning by none other than the persistent, tenacious, unafraid of hardship, undeterred by struggle, in spite of everything, love of God. Friends, make no mistake, God is, even now, being made manifest in ways we can imagine and ways that are unimaginable as yet, in ways we expect and in ways that are as yet utterly unexpected. And you and we get to be part of it. So arise, friends, and shine. Thanks be to God.